Although one young Sheldon cameo found a way to bring back a member of the Big Bang Theory's cast, the spin-off never repeated this feat. The Big Bang Theory's cast of characters were beloved by the show's viewers, so it was somewhat frustrating when young Sheldon was announced as the hit sitcom's first spin-off. A prequel that focused on Sheldon's childhood necessarily needed to recast Sheldon himself, and, as a result of its 90s setting, young Sheldon couldn't bring back any other major stars from The Big Bang Theory. By young Sheldon's series finale, the show had found a workaround. The Big Bang Theory's older Sheldon narrated the events of young Sheldon, which allowed the series to bring back both Howard and Amy in voice-only cameos. Young Sheldon's finale also included an on-screen appearance from The Big Bang Theory's versions of Sheldon and Amy, but this was a one-off trick the show couldn't have pulled off earlier. However, much earlier in its run, young Sheldon's cast of characters expanded to include another cameo from one of The Big Bang Theory's main stars. The prequel could have repeated the clever trick that facilitated the actor's return, but inexplicably never did. Young Sheldon brought back The Big Bang Theory's Kaley Cuoco, sort of. Penny's actor played a pool in Sheldon's nightmare. Young Sheldon featured a voice-only cameo from Penny's actor Kaley Cuoco, but never repeated this trick in later episodes. Young Sheldon Season 3, Episode 10, Teenager Soup and a Little Ball of Fib, saw Sheldon try to avoid a swimming test since he was paranoid about public pools proving to be a breeding ground for bacteria. In his nightmare, a seductive pool tried to tempt him into taking a dip by reassuring him of its cleanliness. Here, Cuoco's talking pool fulfilled the same role as Penny in The Big Bang Theory, tempting Sheldon out of his comfort zone. Penny's familiar dynamic with Sheldon was immediately recognizable when Cuoco made an uncredited cameo appearance. While The Big Bang Theory's next spin-off might bring back the actor's version of Penny, young Sheldon's talking pool was a clever way to get Cuoco back without relying on her character from the original show. Penny was one of the best memorable characters from The Big Bang Theory, and her familiar dynamic with Sheldon was immediately recognizable when Cuoco made an uncredited cameo appearance. This makes it clear that young Sheldon's later seasons could have done the same with the actors who played Raj, Howard, Leonard, Bernadette, and Amy. After all of them had unique relationships with Sheldon. Young Sheldon's Kaley Cuoco cameo avoided a prequel problem. The Big Bang Theory's heroes couldn't appear in the spin-off series. Obviously, Leonard, Penny, Raj, Howard, Bernadette, and Amy's adult selves couldn't show up in a series set decades earlier. However, young Sheldon proved that it could successfully recast The Big Bang Theory's heroes with Cuoco's cameo. The spin-off had already done the opposite when young Sheldon cast Lance Barber as Sheldon's father, George Sr., despite the fact that Barber had previously played Leonard's high school bully, Jimmy Speckerman, in The Big Bang Theory Season 5, Episode 11, The Speckerman Recurrence. Thus, The Big Bang Theory's cast members could have played roles akin to Cuoco's inventive part as a sentient swimming pool. Howard's actor, Simon Helberg, could have been the voice of one of Sheldon's insecurities. Young Sheldon wasn't the most experimental sitcom on the airwaves, but the series was prone to some flights of fancy from time to time. Penn and Teller played Sheldon Zit in a surreal interlude from Season 5, so there is no reason The Big Bang Theory's actors couldn't have cropped up in similar bit parts. Howard's actor, Simon Helberg, could have been the voice of one of Sheldon's insecurities, given how often Sheldon dismissed Howard's credentials. Similarly, Leonard's actor John Galecki could have voiced his future friend's conscience, since Leonard was so often a voice of reason for Sheldon. Young Sheldon never revisited its clever Big Bang Theory cameo workaround. Other Big Bang Theory stars could have had similar cameo roles. Even Raj's actor Kunal Nayyar could have returned in a role related to Sheldon's earliest romantic misadventures. This would have made sense thanks to Raj's storied inability to win over his love interests. Young Sheldon's Georgie and Mandy spinoff is unlikely to have a major role for Sheldon, since this would make the series little more than a direct continuation of young Sheldon. As such, it is unlikely that this show will bring back any of the Big Bang Theory stars for similar minor roles. Cuoco's cameo opened the door for this recurring gag, but young Sheldon never capitalized on its potential.